something that is going on right now in the world that's a big, big thing. Actually, especially in the United States, but through the Caribbean right now, are these hurricanes, right? It's everywhere. So much fear. Thank God we have hurricanes, because if not, we couldn't be scared. We need more things to be scared of, right? So we need to play something on the TV for weeks and weeks to be scared of. And by the way, they actually do really bad, really tough things. I mean, Houston, we send our great energy to Houston. I think everybody does, right? And these hurricanes have been really, really devastating in some cases. But I think that some of the news channels, they run on fear. And I'm not sure they're upset about that. I would hate to say the news people I don't think the news people want bad things to happen. But it's just a huge focus. I think people need to be aware of the hurricane and be prepared and then get out, right? But constant fear, I think we need to be prepared, get out, and it is reality. If a hurricane is coming, we need to actually know that it's coming and get prepared, know what to do, and get out and figure out how we can fix things, right? And so I think it's just so much fear, though. It's like in red, and it's a little bit strange to me that the fear aspect is so emphasized. I think the solution could also be, maybe we could focus on that a little bit more. That's all I'm saying. But here's something really interesting. I wanted to, our YouTube viewers right now, youtube.com/believe loves you. There's a channel, Secure Team 10, that we're looking at right now. And I love this channel. It's a really cool channel. Tyler, you're doing a great job. We'd love to have Tyler on the show. We've had amazing guests. We'd love Tyler on the show. He's a really cool guy. So basically, this is Hurricane Harvey, the one in Houston. Of course, we have Irma coming now. So my question is, are these hurricanes being influenced by HAARP? And, is somebody messing with the weather to get them to hit major metropolitan areas? I would hate to think that's true. But just take a look at this satellite image, and, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure people debunk everything. But I'm going to tell you why I'm asking this question in a second. Let's play this footage here. And you see the clouds spinning, and over Mexico, all of a sudden, just like thousands of clouds form randomly in this satellite image. So it's like a hurricane, and then an anomaly happens where just randomly tons of clouds are formed, just randomly. And I am 100% certain that if this became a story, that people would, there's somebody debunking it, and the scientists saying that it's BS and everything else. Global warming, I used to think scientists that debunked that were full of crap. And then I found out about the global carbon tax, and I found out how scientists went back and they stopped the curve. Like it was actually a lot hotter, and then they just chopped that off. So I don't think we should pollute. And if sea levels are really rising, that could be an issue. But you look at data from it's actually cooler now, and it's actually all the planets in our solar system. NASA has come out and said that the temperatures are rising on all of the planets. And it was really hot, and then it got cold, cooler, and now it's not even reached the level, I think, I don't know, before the year 1000 or something, before the Middle Ages, they say, right? So they chop that off, and they don't show you how hot it was before. And then you have the global carbon tax, which is taxing something, the government's involved. And then you got, Al Gore, he's got a lot of houses. The carbon footprint's pretty big on those houses, right? But not that, listen, I don't know what Al Gore's doing. I hope he's not deceiving us. Maybe he has a greater good agenda. His agenda that he's thinking he's going to tell people global warming is real because he has some reason why that's okay. And even if it's false, you know, I don't know what's going on there. But all I know is that what the hell is HAARP and why doesn't everybody know about it? HAARP, H-A-A-R-P, I believe, it modifies the weather. Like, you can look up that we are modifying the weather to some degree. And because the government isn't 100% honest, what am I supposed to believe? I see this image. They don't, you know, all these clouds pop up out of nowhere. And it just happens to curve into Houston, which is highly populated. Now you've got Hurricane Irma coming. And that's coming through the Caribbean now. And, you know, my mother's talking to me like, hey, you got to get out of Miami. You know, it's supposed to come on Saturday. It's coming up. If that thing swings around and hits a highly populated area of South Florida, I mean, sure, it's possible. It's possible that it could just actually naturally be going there, and hurricanes do hit. I mean, it's called, our team is the Miami Hurricanes, right? So it is possible that it's just a hurricane, things happen. But the reason why we have to question everything is that there are so many things that are lied about. So we have to question everything. And so people want to question me. I'm going to tell you right now. Like, you know, I have a company. This is not a religion. It's believe in yourself. Believe in your own truth. Our company is called Love. It's not because I'm perfect. I was just like an angry dude and I'm trying to be better. Like, that's it. People can question me. Like, I was angry. I was happy a lot too. I had a lot of difficult energy. I'm trying to harmonize the world. I don't have all the answers. But I'll tell you straight up. And everything we say is just possibilities. And we want to forgive people if they are screwing people over. You know, I got mad at people because I thought they weren't doing what they said. And then that made me mad at more people. And like, that's it, man. I'm human. I'm human. So everything that applies to humans applies to me. That's it. And some of it, some people could think is not a big deal. Some of it people could think is terrible. I have no idea, man. But just like everybody else, I would love to forgive people and have forgiveness, right? I mean, it would mean a lot to me. So I think it's the reason I bring that up all the time is, number one, just to not pretend that I'm perfect. And number two, because I also want to forgive people as well. You know, forgiveness can stop the wheel of karma. So when we're trapped in this hate cycle and this fear cycle and all of these things and worried about everything, forgiveness can set us free. You know, it sets me free. And it's tough to get to that point, especially with certain things. But this is not the only life we have. Everything is not just this body right now. This is a vehicle and an experience. It's not everything. It's everything right now. And you know, I'm happy to be alive, but I am 100% sure that this is not everything. You are not just your physical body. You are not just your physical body. There is insurmountable evidence that you are not just your physical body. You are consciousness and awareness and probably a lot more. Or maybe that is everything, right? Consciousness. Remote viewing from the CIA, again, near-death experiences, so many things. So I don't know if HAARP is influencing the weather. I would hate that if that were happening. But you know, there was a false flag attack planned against Cuba, where we were going to kill people in the United States. And this is not a conspiracy theory, which, by the way, that, you know, the words conspiracy theory, The CIA came up with that and told the media to say that a lot, to make those words like bad words, which is silly. Just silly. We're up to so much silly stuff. I know I've been up to silly. I haven't been up to that, but I've been up to some degree of silliness. We're so silly, man. What the hell are we doing? Why are we so silly? I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to get better, man. I'm trying to get better. So I want to help. I want to help. If I can, anybody get better. Anybody get better. But we had a plan to kill our own people so we would go to war with Cuba. Operation something. Northwood or something like that. Operation, let's take a look here. Let's Google this up. Let's see. I think Firefox uses Yahoo, right? Doesn't use Google. Operation Northwoods. U.S. planned fake terror attacks. Codename Operation Northwoods. U.S. planned fake terror attacks on citizens to create support for Cuban war. All right, man. There you go. That's recent. That's not a conspiracy. That's real. That's real. And that's why I got to ask stuff like this. Are these hurricanes planned to go into and cause chaos and shit? Why do I have to do that, man? Why? I mean, come on, dude. Like, what? Okay, so do some beings want the government to depopulate the earth? Just fucking tell us, right? Just tell us what's going on. You know, is that the plans? Or are some beings, you know, is chaos being created because somebody told us that was a good idea? You know, there's I think the Masons, is it the Masons? Order out of chaos is their, and they have some kind of thing where it's like cause, reaction, solution. So you make something happen, you provide the solution, and you move things forward to some agenda, some secret agenda. I don't know, man. Here's my secret agenda. I need to make money at this network, and I like hot girls if they're nice and sweet. And more, I don't just care if they're hot. I was on a dating, Orion Talmai, she was asking me questions. It is tough to be an honest man. Holy crap. It is tough to be an honest anybody, right? But especially an honest man, because men are full of shit, generally. So, man, and I just want to be easier on people and try to love better and try to love myself and try to just, you know, for me, understanding is love. Understanding is love. So all of us can do that better, me included. So I have to ask these questions because it's in the news a lot, and also because the government has done some weird shit before. So we have to ask. And I mean, when I mean weird shit, I mean like really, you know, like some brutal stuff that's admitted. And then there's stuff they don't admit. And we don't know how much of it is true or not. 9/11 and everything else. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope everybody's okay. Let's hope these hurricanes, people are, you know, coming together in a way that's great. But let's find out what the hell HAARP is up to and who's running HAARP. Who's running HAARP, and what are we doing with these chemtrails and all this crap in the sky and modifying? They say it's about global warming, but then a lot of the global warming data is screwed with as well. They don't show you how hot it was, you know, like we talked about. So we just need to kind of get to the bottom of things and try to be like, hey man, I know that you're probably hiding some stuff. Like, let's just like help each other, and we forgive you for hiding things. You know, it's not a war. Like the war is against, we're in a war against ourselves. So let's just like get it on the table and move forward if we can, right? So let's try that.